Plastics have occurred within human culture for over 100 years, first taking off in popularity during World War I, as they began to be made from petroleum, easier to process rather than the usual coal at the time. They served multiple purposes throughout both wars, and by the 1960s they became common due to their inexpensive cost to make. To start the cycle that we see today, oil and natural gas are cracked to produce hydrocarbon chains. During the cracking process, a large amount of energy is being used. For example, during the same cracking process, the temperature is required over 870 Celsius. These chains have many different properties depending on their length and are what create the multiple forms of plastic that we have today. This might include plastic bags, boxes for food, or plastic water bottles. Plastic takes over 450 years to fully decompose in a landfill. According to a Guardian article, only one-third of our plastic recyclable waste is recycled each year, leaving 1 million tons to go to other places, including landfill. Of the 6.3 billion tons of plastic waste estimated produced, 79% is in a landfill, and only 60 years into the 450 years process. The degradation process leads to methane being released into the atmosphere, leading to more climate problems as well as problems within the land.
So as you can see, we just went to the supermarket and we were generally just very surprised by the amount of plastic packaging, even on foods that you wouldn't necessarily associate with plastic packaging, such as fruit and vegetables. For example, fruit like oranges that don't even necessarily need packaging have plastic bags around them. And then even fruits and vegetables like the lemons that I bought, for example, you needed a plastic bag to put them in, or some people might feel that you need a plastic bag to put them in. And then obviously more obvious things like plastic water bottles, even healthy snacks that you saw that we filmed have tons of packaging on them. Crisps, for example, have a lot of plastic wastage on them. They're only filled about halfway up. And then obviously plastic bags as well. Even though you have to pay for them, a lot of people still buy them. Now that we have seen the whole cycle of plastic from start to finish, it really hits home that this plastic that we buy on a daily basis will just be ending up in landfill. So maybe we can start to think about the impact that what we buy and what we consume every day is going to have on our environment.